It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And now off to the races down the right side. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
There hasn't been a game played where defenses don't talk about coming out on their toes and being the aggressor. But boy, when you give up a return like that, you're really starting it on your heels. Let's see how they adjust.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Texans at 9-2 to start play. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Open man is Higgins. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This a 2nd and 8. Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter route.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60. Get up. Cougar 19, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Back to throw. Hannon. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 29-yard line.
Off play action. Hannon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
This one deep for Wilson. And got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Stroud. Going right back to Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Stroud out of the gun here. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the quick. 18, 19 Texans.
Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Olave from 10 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Texans 14, Lions 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of the special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
19 Tigers.
First down.
Get it.
It's a gain of 6.
Gibbs straight ahead. Sheds off the tackle. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14.
Jack Cox, the kickoff for the Lions.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play action. Here's Stroud. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. But he will not come anywhere close to the first down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow, knocked him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
18.
Operating from the gun, Hammond. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To Williams on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Ready?
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy.
Off the play fake. Hammond. Now he's going to step up and run. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Called out a very strong gain of 24.
Ready.
Gibbs. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And just shutting him off there.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
2nd and 14. Open man, that's to Slaw. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaac to Slaw. 78 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Why Tony? 11.
Now Stroud.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Stroud.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Still on his feet. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there just before halftime. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hey, south. Hey, Uno.
The throwing again is Stroud. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
A 3-yard pickup.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tony. Why Tony? 11.
As Stroud now to throw.
Touchdown, Texans. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Operating from the gun, Hammond. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
taken in at the 11. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Play action. Stroud now.
Looking deep downfield.
That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They need 2. Here's third down. Final play of the half, Stroud. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
What's always interesting about situations like this is that in both locker rooms, both staffs were preaching a quick start. One of them actually got it done.
All right. 118. What's up?
Stroud to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2 yards to go, second down. Mix it up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
There he goes again. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud, 35 yards. And the Texans take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now he's loose again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 38 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the third. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way out of the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
back to throw. Here's Stroud. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down.
All right.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
All right. White Tony.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
19 Texans. Buggy.
Stroud working out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Operating from the gun, Hannon. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
Ready? Left 70, cut 19, cut 50.
Operating from the gun, Hannon. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know we can't do a mind meld and really know exactly what he was thinking, but I didn't see. Open receiver there. Maybe, possibly, he did that on purpose and just overthrew him.
Yeah, coverage was good, so maybe indeed that was another way to throw it away, if you will.
Here we go, set.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Hey, uno. All right.
Stroud off the play fake. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
All right. 18. That's it. Hey, uno more. 11.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Complete to Olave on the out route. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2nd and 9 now. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Stroud sets up the play action. He finds Wilson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here now, 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
A gain of 7.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
18. Hey, south. What?
Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And with that, they still have a chance, partner.
Yeah, if that ball's knocked away, this game is probably over. But guess what? We still got some ball to play.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
18.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
Oh, and Tony. Hey, uno more. 11.
Now Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. A big play looming on 3rd down.
Why Tony?
Here's Stroud. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here it is, 4th and inches. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring,